back to another episode of the OGC. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of work on my personal daily driver. I've got a strong, loud, rattle your brain type of noise coming out of the exhaust. I have my suspicion it's probably around the catalytic converter. I know it's towards the front of the car. I'm going to go ahead and try to diagnose, repair, fix, replace. I don't know. We're going to find out. Go down there and look. And I also want to do something a little different with the exhaust on the back. Vehicle's got high mileage on it, and stuff's starting to rust at this point. Being a 16, it's old. So I think we'll go ahead and replace on the muffler as well, just to make sure that we're not back under here in 5,000 miles doing this again. So let's get to it. All right, got it up on jacks here because it is terribly loud. I guess I thought it might be this heat shield right here, but not really heat shield. None of that seems to be a problem. It might be up there in the front, right under there. Let's go check, because all this seems to be, as far as I can tell, it's nothing really moves. Let's go around to the front there. All right, now I'm down under the drinker's side front end here. We're gonna go under this way and see what we can see here. Ooh, this plate right here definitely seems like it could cause. Right here, this is extremely loose, extremely rusty. What about back here? Not bad. It might just be, maybe we just need a hose clamp right here. See this moving? Let's fire it up a minute, come under here and see if it rattles. See if we can't diagnose this a minute. Alright. I'm gonna rev it. You guys tell me if you hear it or not. Yeah, I could hear it. It wasn't as loud. It might be because it's jacked up. But before it gets too hot, I'm gonna probably end up just breaking this off. See if I got another hose clamp. Strap it around that. And yeah, it's already getting warm to the touch, see? And see if that solves some of our problem. And then we're gonna move to the back, and I've got exhaust out that tailpipe there. I want to take a look at that as well. Maybe do a little modification on that. All right, well, I don't know if this is big enough, but it's what I got available. So let's see. Try to get this on there, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay. Alright, well, I didn't have the right clamp, so I went ahead and did the right thing and used, well, two of the wrong ones. Hoping it's as good as one. I didn't even take this one off here. So I'm hoping, well, I might have to because it'll probably rattle. So let me cut that off a minute, and then let's fire it back up and see if that problem's fixed. on, get out of there. There we go. All right, let's fire it up. Yes, sir. That's fixed. All right, we're at the back of the vehicle. I'll be honest with you guys, it's been a few minutes, few days, been a few weeks. I've been out of town, out of state, basically. Anyway, I wanted to get this done today. Finish up this exhaust project, if you will. So I got the back jacked up on stands. I'm gonna go ahead and spray the 2 bolts that hold the muffler on with some penetrating oil. Let them sit for a minute. Ooh, big spider. Good God, where'd that thing come from? Yikes. Anyway, I'm gonna get under there and we're gonna pop this exhaust off and I'm gonna show you the new one and see what you think. So let's get that done. They're on here. Hopefully these come off. All right, we'll let that PB blaster sit a minute. In the meantime, let's take a look at what I bought. Bought this particular muffler, well, really for 2 reasons. One, and the most important, she's made in the US of A. And 2, it was about the same cost as the OEM. Supposed to get a little more performances out of it, a little more the MPGs, the HPs, maybe, probably not, but let's look. And it's nameless, so I mean, no, literally it's nameless. Let me show you what I mean. There we go. Nameless exhaust. This is what came in the package. Made in the US of A right there, look at that. They sent me, look at this, a little wrench to even put it on, and a Go Fast sticker. That adds at least 4, 5 HPs. It's proven. New gasket, new bolts, new hardware, and here it is. Some nameless on there. They got logoed up a little bit. This is their 5-inch muffler. They also offer, for Subarus and other vehicles, but they also offer a muffler delete one where you just have the tip. But I didn't want to, you know, have all the annoying loudness out of it. I'd like to keep the sound down. So this should do that. I think what I'm going to do is, let me fire it up a minute. We'll listen to the old muffler for a second, and then we'll do it again at the end and see if there's any difference in sound. By the ways and the hows and the who's and the ifs and the ands and the buts, the Mazda I've been using, been good. So no issues with it yet. It's been doing just fine. So what size is this? That's not the correct size. All right, 14. I think that actually fits. It's just that it's so rusty. Where's my impact at? If I can even get this in here. Don't like that very much. Nope, can't get it in there. Find an extension or something a minute. There it goes. Delete. It's hot. All right. That worked. I'm gonna do it again. This side. Well, get out of there. Ah, of course. There it goes. All right, what side do we need? This side? I don't know. Sure, looks good enough. Oh yeah. Well, don't fall on it, guy. Oh. Yeah, she's falling. We got that. Readjust here and figure out what the heck's going on. Oh, look at that rust on there. All right, should be able to. So this side already came off. I think there's another hanger. Where's the other hanger? Right up there. I gotta get that one off and it should fall off, I think. There we go. Piece of cake. Jeez. Ah, piece of cake. There it is. Not too bad. Give you a little side-by-side comparison there. A little different. Usually I like to make sure the parts look about the same. Check. They're not even close. Perfect. Okay. Now I think we might need this rubber piece for the new one. We'll save on that. I think the other one's on the car. Let's take a look under here and see what the collateral damage is on the undercarriage for rust. Yeah, starting to get a little crispy right here. A little bit. Pan, not too bad, but you can just see these are starting to get a little bit crispy. Cross member doesn't look too bad. Huh. Okay, well, let's test fit this new one up here. I wonder if it would make sense to put that other one up here. Just try to connect it once it's up here. You know, might as well try that. Let's see. See how is this gonna go on here? Like this. Ouch. Well, why won't you go back on there? Is it the wrong way? Maybe. There it goes. Okay. I think we'll try to get this one in first, hang it here, then I'll move over and get that one in there. And then essentially, if it all lines up close, this has a little movement on it. This will have a little play on it as well. Okay. First things last, let's try to get this one. This hole here. Come on, get up there. Okay, somewhat close. Now, this guy. Yep. Deleting on some rust. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. It's close. It needs a little bit Let's see, this side needs to go like this. Like that. There it is. That seems pretty close. Let's grab the gasket for right here. Is there an old gasket in here? That's the question. Yep. Here's the old one. So let's grab the new one in the kit. The new one. It shouldn't matter which way it sits on there, I don't think. There we go. Just try to clean up around this edge a little bit. It's got a lot of carbon buildup, and see if that helps. I don't think it necessarily matters which way you put this over. I don't know. You guys let me know. Is there a certain way this... It looks this identical on both sides. Boy, it is so close. All right, 30 minutes later, I think I got it on there. I had to persuade it with a hammer and, you know, all that good stuff. Let's get this new hardware lined up a minute. And, snug it down, and hopefully we don't have any leaks. I don't know. Tell you what, a lot more room to work down here with this smaller muffler. Kind of nice. Wonder if that'll help us with our rust up here too. So it won't be trapping all this moisture and dirt and stuff in here. All right, there it is. I gotta say it does stick out a little further than I thought it would, but not too bad. All right, let's fire it back up, I guess, and see if we have any leaks. I don't see any leaks. Definitely a little throatier. Let me give it a little breath here. Alright, well there you have it. That's going to do it for this episode of the OGC. Success, I'd say. Sounds a little throatier. Hopefully it's not too obnoxious. I'll update you if I have any issues with it, but roughly the same price as an OEM muffler. Maybe get a few MPGs out of it. That'd be the hope. 1 or 2 would be great. Anything's better than nothing, because we know how much gas costs these days. My goodness. But hey, happy with how it looks. Happy with how it turned out. Glad I got it done. Got some other projects coming up. I got another marketplace challenge rehab coming up. It's a boat, so stay tuned for that. I think we'll start that one here shortly, because I need it in a few weeks when we go camping. But until then, see you guys next time. Make sure you like and subscribe. Appreciate you all so much. See ya.